today, from Seattle, Washington,
here's the kicker, Jason Myers, to get this one started. And off we go from Seattle.
Amir Abdullah going to take it out of the end zone. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
So here comes the Raider offense now onto the field. They'll be led out by Gardner Minshew, sixth-round selection in 2019 out of Washington State.
And how about this young man? Took the NFL world by storm. As a sixth-round rookie, signature mullet, mustache, but 21 touchdowns for the Jacksonville Jaguars. Great personality, and everyone gravitates towards this guy. Teammates love to win with a quarterback who leads them like that, and fans love to root for a guy who seems just like them.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw.
He's across midfield.
And finally taken down at the 44-yard line. It'll be a gain of 5, and it's second down. First carry now for Alexander Madison. A nice opening right away as he'll maneuver his way up to the 32-yard line.
Give them 12 yards that time, and a Las Vegas first.
Now here's the first carry for Amir Abdullah. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
So from the 26-yard line, here's a 2nd and 4.
Minshew sets to throw.
And that nearly an interception here on this opening drive, but he gets a reprieve. It's 3rd down.
Looking to throw it, Minshew. That is caught. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 16. That's good for a first down, his second catch of the opening drive. Now Minshew. And this is caught. Touchdown, Raiders.
Brock Bowers.
A 16-yard touchdown.
And the Raiders will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. So this drive spans 7 plays, and it winds up in 6 points for the Raiders.
Now Smith and the Seahawks going to come up 1st and 10
at their 25-yard line.
They'll run. It's Kenneth Walker.
And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8.
Brandon, to me, what's important right here on this drive is for them to get at least 2 first downs. They've got to give their defense a chance to settle down, catch their breath a little bit after they give up a touchdown on the opening drive.
Got a man. It's Brown. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. 25 yards there on the catch and run.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a first down.
Eluding the pressure right.
As it complete to Jackson Smith and Jigba.
And all the way in, touchdown Seattle.
Jackson Smith and Jigba
42 yards.
And the Seahawks are able to strike back quickly with an opening touchdown of their own.
They'll try and run it here. And he'll get in. And they take an 8-7 lead. Well, they got down 7-zip. They said, we'll go for 2, one up you, and they take the lead.
How about that for a little risk-reward, right? If you don't get it, you're only down a point. Let's go ahead and make a statement in this ball game, and that's exactly what they did.
Here's Abdullah from his end zone. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They'll go play action here with Minshew. He's going to float this one deep right side. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. And he is down deep into Seattle territory. Here's Minshew. And it's caught. Touchdown.
Brock Bowers.
A beast in the red zone with his 2nd touchdown of the game. And the Raiders have taken the lead. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that makes this a 14-8 ball game. The drive summary, 4 plays, 75 yards.
And it ends with a Las Vegas touchdown.
Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson.
And no thought of bringing this one out. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll begin the drive at the 30.
Seattle's offense coming back onto the field, ready for their 2nd drive. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. They run on 1st down, but it only produces a gain of 2. It's 2nd down now. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Now Geno. Escaping the pressure. And he is going to go down. They sack him on the final play of the 1st quarter. We are in for a good one as we're through 1 on EA Sports. Now a tough spot for Geno Smith and company after the sack. It's 3rd and long. Geno now to throw. Open man, that's Noah Fant, the tight end. And he's going to be brought down short of the 1st at about the 31-yard line. They snap it to Smith. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. They're able to keep the drive alive, 7 yards that time, and the decision to go for it proves to be a good one. They'll fake it. Now Smith. He'll buy some time right. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a 1st down. Up the middle they run. It's Walker.
And he gets forward up the middle, but only for a couple. It'll be 2nd down.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Smith rolling to his right. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down. From the 50, it's Smith. This is Fant on the short completion. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 3rd catch for him on this drive alone, and it'll give him a 1st down.
Now to the ground. Here's Walker. He'll work his way up the middle for a gain of about 4. 2nd down. Now a play fake, and it's Smith. They'll roll him out right. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. Touchdown, Seahawks. DK Metcalf. 35 yards. And the Seahawks are an extra point away from capturing the lead. The Seahawks offense staying put out on the field. They're going to go for 2. They're going to try and run. And he is into the end zone to give them a 2-point lead. So 2 successful 2-point tries now for them.
And you know what it does? It gives you a boost, a huge one for your team because, hey, you're dominating them now. They can't stop you either scoring touchdowns or 2-point conversions. But how about the defense? You don't know what to do at this stage. You can't stop them in any direction.
And Abdullah will not try to bring it out. The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. As this offense comes back out here, Charles, they're trailing in this ball game. And they've been on the sideline for a while. They did score their last time out, but they just had to watch that long, sustained drive. So we'll see if they can shake the rust off.
Yeah, and that's always a question that you have when you have to come off the bench after having sat there for a long time. Are you ready to go? Are you loosened up? But even more so, are you mentally...
That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first. A gain of 22. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. A reminder coming up here at halftime. We'll ship you off to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman will have first half highlights and analysis from a back-and-forth first half that we've seen. Minshew, 1st and 10. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Tucker. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds.
Timing is everything, and they work on this cut all the time. They work on all the timing patterns, and this time it paid off for them. Worked him to the center of the field, cut it to the outside, ball's delivered, gets both feet down for the completion.
Now 2nd and 5. They'll look to throw. This is screen to Abdullah. Give him 3 on the screen. He couldn't break free, and it's 3rd down. And Minshew going to get him to the line quickly. Looking right side, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Kobe Bryant. And the Seahawks are going to get the football here at their own 40-yard line. He's certainly not been afraid to take some chances downfield. Now, look, it's paid off for him a couple of times. That time, not so fortunate.
And that's where I want to start, what you said. It's paid off a couple of times. So his aggressiveness has been good for his offense for the most part. So he throws an interception there. No one likes that, but I would not rein him back in. The return on investment thus far has been pretty good. 2 touchdowns to 1 interception.
And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. 28 yards the gain there on the catch and run.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing, but as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
18 more yards there and another first down. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. From the red zone now, Smith. Setting up the screen here. This is Walker. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. 11 more on that one and another first down.
And when you have success throwing the football, the old cliche becomes true. The playbook opens up wide, and these screen passes, they become even more difficult to stop.
Walker is in. Touchdown, Seattle.
Partner, to me, that touchdown had something that was kind of rooted in that group seeing the future. What I mean by that is they had a plan. Let's find a way to score right here before the half, and now to give us momentum going into the second half, give us that cushion that we're looking for. They got that accomplished, scoring right before the half ended.
After the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away.
And Abdullah will not try to bring it out. The Raider offense going to head out now late in this first half. Charles, you're down multiple scores, less than a minute left here, but with that deficit, they've got to try to at least work their way into field goal range to try to muster something out of this drive.
And I'm going to go ahead and date myself one more time because I'm going to quote an old Smokey and the Bandit lyric. They've got a long way to go and a short time to get there, but they still have time to get it done. So I'm looking forward to watching them mount this drive and see if they can get some points out of it.
Minshew's throw pulled in by Marshall.
Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Now Minshew on 1st and 10.
He throws it on the move but can't connect as that falls incomplete.
I think he could have scanned downfield forever, but there wasn't anything available. Ends up throwing an incompletion, and I think he'll take that.
On 2nd down, Minshew. Over the middle, complete. It's Myers. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 26. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. On the right hash, it's a 43-yard attempt. The kick by Carlson is good, and that'll move them back within 6 now.
So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal, you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
The final shot here before break. Smith going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And that is incomplete. So we have reached halftime in what's a 6-point game.
Getting through the break at record pace and right back to football. 3rd quarter, here we go.
Both these offenses have been in fine form. What will the second half bring us as we are underway in quarter 3?
And they will wrangle it down a couple yards shy of the 30.
Here comes the Seahawks offensive unit. They'll have it first to begin the 3rd.
As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember in that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They reached the end zone several times. The passing game working awfully well, and most importantly, partner,
yeah, they went into the tunnel with a lead. They come back out with that lead.
Absolutely. NFL coaches, we know they're perfectionists in a lot of ways, but they had to like what they saw in that first half.
They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete.
I remember a coach telling me a long time ago the difference between playing corner and safety in the NFL. Corner is like the Autobahn. Everybody just flying by, and these corners have been really busy in this game, although they got it done on the last play.
On the last play, yes, but there have been some good numbers put up against them offensively. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. Now Smith. This is Fant on the short completion. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. A strong 8 yards will keep this drive rolling.
Walker now on 1st and 10.
And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down.
In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
That one, a first down pickup of 8.
We don't talk about it very often, but sometimes there's a dip in intensity when you start the second half, which can manifest itself in some sloppy tackling. And how about right there? He ran right through that weak tackle attempt.
Left side here taken in by Metcalf. That was play number 7 on this drive, and it got him 7 yards. Now 2nd and 3. From the gun, it's Walker. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. Again, it's Walker. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. Out of the gun, Walker with it. And he's going to bull his way down to about the 1-yard line. 47 yards rushing for him now in the ball game. A yard all they need, but it's 3rd down. Straight ahead, Walker. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Kenneth Walker with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Seahawks take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. They're going to keep it on the ground. And he is into the end zone again as he scores both the touchdown and the 2-point conversion to extend this lead. And so they run it in on the 2-point try. You know, so often, Charles, we talk about from the offense's perspective what you do on the 2-point conversion. How about the defense? How do they play run versus pass?
It's really difficult for them because I think most teams want to play for the pass. That's what they see most teams do. And so are you able to mass enough people inside if the team decides to run it? Very difficult. I think what you're seeing a lot more now, people blitzing the 2-point conversion. They want you to make a quick decision and make it right now.
There, the offense wins the battle for 2. Here's a throw, complete right side to start things out. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. First down. Off play action, it's Minshew. Pressure comes, he's taken down by the Seahawk defense. Finally hauled down for the first time this game. Multiple defenders in there to drop him. So after the sack, here's 2nd and 14. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down. Going to need a crafty play call here. 14 yards is what they need to try to convert this thing. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free. And it brings up 4th down. Here's A.J. Cole now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. It's a 42-yard punt. They keep him to just a yard on the return. And they will take over 1st and 10. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, in fact, you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
Still 3rd quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
And it's incomplete. Boy, he doesn't drop many like that one. 2nd down. Here's 2nd and 10. Here's Smith. Flush to his right. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
He's had a very nice day throwing the football, and I think on this play, he's just trying to buy some time so he can make another big throw downfield. Unfortunately, couldn't connect on that one.
Again, Smith. This is Fant on the short completion. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled.
fifth catch of the afternoon, and that gives him a first down. Throwing now is Geno. Flushed out right. That is taken in by the tight end Fant. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. Now it's Smith. Throw out wide to Walker. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. Hand off here to Walker. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Ken Walker, an 18-yard touchdown run. And the Seahawks have pretty well put it away here in the fourth quarter. Myers connects on the PAT. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. After the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. Here's Abdullah from his end zone. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, it's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out-personnel. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays. So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 43. He'll drop to throw. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Bowers. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. It'll be Minshew again. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Kobe Bryant. And the Seahawks are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. After the interception, here's Smith. Sliding out of the pocket. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. 39 yards there, a big one. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Play action. It's Smith. And this is caught. It's Brown. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Throwing now, Smith. Eluding the pressure right. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. On the give, it's Walker. He will push his way down to about the 14. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves him with 3rd and 9 looming.
I like the call there because that was one to take time off the clock and get them closer to getting out of here with a W. In the mind of the play caller, all you want to hear is tick, tick, tick.
Off of play action, here's Smith. He's got his big tight end, Fant. And the tackle made at the 13. He is well short of the 1st. Now here's Jason Myers. He gets set for the Seahawk field goal. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. Myers' kick is good. And that will extend their lead even further. Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, You never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
That's going to be taken at the goal line, and he'll return it. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive.
They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them.
They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And it's going to be incomplete. He was able to catch it there on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. And it's going to bring up 4th down. The decision made for them. They've got to go. It's 4th down. He's got his target. That's complete. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped.
The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 18 seconds remaining.
I'll tell you what, this is not for the faint of heart right here. 4th down, this is taking a big risk. But it's as good a play call as you can imagine. And the defense just not able to come up with the stop they needed. And this is not just a 1st down, but a big play as well.
So apparently some grabbing there in the middle of the O-line.
I've often wondered why that doesn't happen more often for guys that play center. Having to snap the ball and then trying to get your hands into the proper position, that's difficult to do. He got caught that time.
That's to the left side where he's got Bowers.
Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this 4th quarter of play.
This is 2nd and 8. Minshew sets to throw. He's going to loft one deep over the middle. And, incomplete. Great coverage there. He was in the perfect position defensively to make a play on the football. And it'll bring up 3rd down. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him.
A little costly there. You wipe out the 1st down. You also move further back.
No doubt about it. So you went from moving the sticks to them staying in the same spot, except for that one guy carrying the yard marker. He moves back farther.
Well, this game, it was well in hand early, never really in doubt. Charles, you